With a startled cry, she was lifted out of the water. A boatman shouted, "Everyone, come and see what I've caught. A golden carp, pure golden." The white dragon felt both embarrassed and angry, realizing she had been captured by a mere mortal and put on public display. She wanted to transform, but without water, she lost her magical abilities. All eyes were on her, and the white dragon wanted to close her eyes in shame, only to realize that fish don't have eyelids. Her mind was in turmoil, yet she couldn't help but glance at the monk. How infuriating! Everyone was looking, but he wasn't, still lost in thought by the riverbank. "I'll buy it for 10 coins. Someone shouted from the crowd. "This is a rare find. You might never see one in a lifetime," the boatman exclaimed. 11 coins. Someone bid higher. 12 coins. The white dragon struggled in the net, furious and wanting to bite through it. Stupid humans. Are they all so foolish? Do they treat all precious creatures this way? Just then, a voice said, "Amitba, that fish is not to be eaten." "Hey, monk, what are you getting involved for?" the boatman asked. Was it him? The white dragon stopped struggling. The monk still wore a smile. "This isn't a carp, it's..." Could he recognize my true form? The white dragon felt nervous. "It's a shell-less turtle," the monk declared. The white dragon nearly fainted with anger. "Ha ha ha! What did you say? This is a... ha ha ha, fool!" The boatman laughed loudly. The crowd joined in. "Really, really?" the monk said with a serious face. "I swear by my monk's reputation, it has 4 legs. 4 legs? Ah ha 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 ha. Where? I don't see them? Ha ha ha. Truly, I've seen this kind of fish before. It really does have 4 legs, but it doesn't show them usually. Bring it here, I'll show you. Right there. Right there." The boatman was half convinced. "Is that so?" He handed over the golden carp. The monk grabbed the fish, tucked it into his robe, and turned to run. "Ah!" the boatman suddenly realized. The monk's stealing the fish. "Come, someone." A monk is stealing the fish. The monk ran so fast, he disappeared out of the city in a flash. Ha ha ha! This is the story of how Tang Sanzang, in his youth, encountered the golden carp. Please continue reading. In the monk's embrace, the white dragon couldn't see anything, only hearing the monk's heavy breathing as he ran. She smelled the man's scent on the monk and felt a strange, intoxicating sensation. The monk finally stopped. Plop! The white dragon was tossed back into the water. She spun around and found herself in a water vat. The monk sat beside her, panting heavily. "He's a good man," thought the white dragon, wagging her tail. Then the monk stood up, approached the vat, looked at her and muttered, "Should I steam it or braise it?" "Ah!" The white dragon nearly fell to the bottom of the vat. After all that, he still wanted to eat her. "Ha ha ha! Look at you, scared." The monk laughed, reaching out to play with her. "I knew you weren't that kind of person," thought the white dragon. The monk's hand lightly touched her body, and she felt a tingling sensation and quickly moved away. Could the monk understand her? No, he couldn't, as he was now talking to the flowers by the house. "Were you well when I was away? Did the ants bother you? I negotiated with them yesterday. There shouldn't be any problems. If you see them again, don't spit at them." What an interesting, peculiar monk, thought the white dragon, looking at him. He seemed to be in his late teens, yet behaved like a 3- or 4-year-old child. Xuanzang, Master Tianyang of Hangzhou Yumin Temple and Master Faming are debating in the main hall. "Go and see." "Got it." The one called Xuanzang was about to leave, then turned back to her. "You play here. I'll let you go home when I return. Be careful not to let Xuanqi and his cat see you." "I know," thought the white dragon. "I'll leave as soon as you go." The monk ran out. A golden light flew out of the water vat, splashing water everywhere, and the white dragon stood in the room, transformed into a human. She was a stunning woman in white. Actually, the white dragon had always taken this human form in the palace. It was her true form. She cautiously peeked out of the house. It was a vast monastery in the mountains, with distant chants coming from the main hall, where people seemed to be gathered. It was quiet all around. A mischievous smile appeared on her face. She was going to secretly observe the life of the human Tang Xuanzang. She transformed into a pure white lark and perched by the window of the main hall, where the most common birds were sparrows, but she couldn't transform into such a mundane bird. Inside the hall, many monks were seated, with 2 elders in the middle. One held a staff and had a bundle, appearing to be a traveler. The other was naturally the abbot of the temple. Master Faming, I've long heard that the Jinshan temple is renowned for its. I've come to seek enlightenment, said the elder with the staff. Master Tianyang, you flatter us. Flatter? What's there to be afraid of? Tianyang suddenly shouted fiercely. Are you afraid to admit it? Master Faming was taken aback, then realized the debate had begun, and replied with a smile. I dare to admit, but I dare not let go. Let go. My hands are empty. What is there to let go of? Then why are you still holding on? There's a spiritual connection. The 2 asked and answered sharply, causing the surrounding monks to murmur. Did you understand? No, did you? Ah, it's too profound. Truly profound. The white dragon searched for Xuanzang, and saw him in the crowd, looking at her. Her heart skipped a beat, feeling her face might redden, but then remembered she was a bird and he couldn't see her blush. Xuanzang smiled at her. Could he recognize me? The white dragon wondered. Impossible, he's just an ordinary mortal. The debate had reached a critical point, with both old monks' heads steaming. Tianyang, what is Zen? Faming, it is. Tianyang, what is the true eye of the Dharma? Faming, it is not. Tianyang, what is emptiness? Faming, ask. Tianyang, is it? Faming, is it not? Tianyang, is it? Faming, this? Ha ha ha, ha ha ha. Tianyang burst into laughter. So that's all you've got.